Videos in one day. Yeah, I know. I just have so much going through my head today, and there's another topic that tied into my last video of adulting and being an adult and how it can be really crazy. And something that's been kind of the topic this week between me and a couple of my friends at work is people's work ethic. And I think this is a very interesting topic, so I'm going to talk about it. So, just to dive right into it, we've all heard the saying, leave your personal problems at the door. When you come into work, your personal life doesn't matter. You are there to work. You're not there for anything else but to do what you need to do, get through your shift, clock out, and then whatever you do on your own time is your own time. And it seems a little insensitive because we are human. We do have emotions and thoughts, and, depending on the situation, something really bad could have happened. Maybe one of your pets died, or, you know, you didn't get much sleep because your neighbors were being super noisy, or maybe you just broke up with your boyfriend or your girlfriend, or you got in a fight with your parents or something, or you know you got pulled over before work or something crazy, and you just come into work and you're like, this day has already sucked so bad. I really don't want to be here right now. I really don't want to work, depending on what your job is. And then throughout the day, you're just giving off that negative vibe and that negative attitude, and you're talking to people differently, you're treating customers differently, or your manager, or your coworkers, you're treating everybody and everything differently. And I can understand why they use the saying, leave your personal life at the door. Because when you are at work, it is not the time or the place to be spilling out your personal life for any reason or to anyone. Yes, life can suck, bad things happen. But when you clock in, you're not getting paid to complain about your life. You're not getting paid to be in a bad mood. They're not paying you to bitch about your personal life or the bad things that have happened to you that day or that week. You're getting paid to do a certain amount of duties throughout your shift, and you're getting paid to work. And part of that is having a good work ethic, not just doing as little as you possibly can to get through the day and then clock out and go home. Having a good work ethic is treating your coworkers appropriately, respecting your managers, treating customers fairly and nicely, to a point. I mean, some customers can get a little crazy, and then that's when you got to deal with that. But when you come into work with a bad attitude or something bad's happening to you, and you're sitting there crying or complaining or just doing as little as you possibly have to, your managers don't give a fuck about what's actually going on in your personal life to make you act that way. All they're seeing is how you're acting. And having a bad attitude, treating customers, you know, poorly, talking to your coworkers about your personal life and how bad your day is and everything like that, and not, talking to your manager with respect or giving them attitude or anything like that does not give you a good reputation at work. And it gives off the impression that you were a very bad employee. And, you know, life happens, shit happens, but that shit is eventually gonna go away. And, you're gonna find yourself in a better mood. And, you may come to work in a better mood and start acting better and whatever, but your managers and your work history is going to stick there. And your managers are going to look back and be like, oh, well, for 4, 5, 6 months, this person was acting like this, always coming to work tired or with an attitude, not enthusiastic about the job, doing as little as possible to get through the day. And that's not going to put you in a good position for promotions or raises or, anything like that. And you're more likely to get less hours at work or get let go or replaced. When, enough people get hired, they're going to look between the workers who come to work with a good attitude, do more than they're told that they have to do, give respect to their coworkers, to customers, don't backtalk to managers, just have an overall good vibe. They're going to look at that versus the opposite. And another thing when it comes to work is nobody really cares about what's going on in your personal life, because odds are everybody's going through some shit at work. Nobody's life is completely perfect. So, on top of them having to push their personal lives aside, they don't need you shoving your personal life in their life at work when they're have to go home and deal with their own crap. It's just, it doesn't give off a good impression to anybody. And also, I guess the last thing is just having a bad attitude at work makes the shift go by so much slower. It is, and I've been in this position before, and I still struggle with it sometimes. It's not easy. You know, I I don't hate working at McDonald's, but it's not not the place I've been seeing myself working at as long as I have, but it's a good job. It pays the bills. I get plenty of hours. Most of my managers are very good at being managers and they're very fair. But, sometimes shit happens in my personal life. I go to work and I'm like, "Oh, I really don't want to be here right now. There are so many other things I'd rather be doing." And, when I have a 7 to 9 hour shift, I'm like, why is it going so slow? I wish I could just go home. Is it, 7, 8 o'clock yet? Like, and just not wanting to go above and beyond to help the store. I just want to go there, do what I have to do, and go home. Because I have, such an extravagant life outside of work. Um, and it makes my shift go by so much slower. It's really tantalizingly slow, and I'm just not happy throughout my shift. And then I leave work sore, stressed out, exhausted, just emotionally, I guess, disturbed to a point. And then it doesn't make me want to go back the next day, and then it just drags on and on and on, and it turns into a vicious cycle of crap. And I see a couple of my coworkers at work have the exact opposite attitude. It doesn't matter what is going on in the store. They have a smile on their face, they have a positive attitude, you know, just this incredible work ethic of being positive and truly leaving their crap at the door. You know, whether they act the same way when they clock out and they go home or not, there are a couple people that I see at work that you could not tell that they were having a bad day. You could not tell that they didn't want to be there because they're just positive and ready to go and ready to do what they have to do and get through their shift like a boss. And then it makes it seem like, the shift goes by so much better for them because they're in a good mood the entire time. And then other times, for people like me, it doesn't always work that way. And it's just, I guess, a matter of perspective of leaving your crap at the door and deciding this is not the time or the place for this. I need to be professional. I need to do my job, and I need to get through this, and I can pick back up whatever drama I have later when I clock out and I can go home. And I guess it's just finding that fine line between, you know, leaving your personal life at the door, just putting it aside for your work shift and being like, okay, yeah, I have to deal with this, 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 and this. But right now, I'm at work. And work does not mean my personal life. Work means my work life and my work ethic. And I want to give off a good, responsible, mature impression to my managers, and not somebody who's going to sit at work and bitch about their personal life, because nobody cares. And I guess that's I don't know. I guess that is my thoughts on the topic. I know this video is getting kind of long, so I'm going to end it here. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you in the next video.